Hola amigos, Mai here from Spanish and Go, your resource for learning real-world travel Spanish. In this video, I'm going to tell you the top phrases in Spanish you must learn before any trip to any Spanish-speaking place. From basic greetings and goodbyes to more elaborate phrases like, "Can you please take my picture?" ¿Listos? Empecemos. So we're going to start with the most basic greeting, which is hola. Hola. This word, you're going to hear it all the time, so practice it. It means hello or hi. The next one I have is adios. Adios. Adios is a very common goodbye. Sometimes people say that they feel like it's too dramatic, maybe when you're not gonna see someone ever again or something. But the truth is that we use it a lot here in Mexico, and that's adios. Another goodbye is hasta luego. This one is very, very used even when you are not planning on seeing the person again. So like when you go to a store, you pay, and then you say hasta luego. Maybe you're not going back, but you say it anyways. Another very common greeting that we have here is ¿qué tal? This one is great because you can use it in any situation, formal, informal, with friends, with someone you just met. That's ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Next one is ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? This is another very common greeting that you're gonna hear all the time. Remember that if you want to say it in the informal way with the tú, you would say ¿cómo estás? For someone who is your age or maybe younger. And that means how are you? Moving on, I have 3 phrases that you can use throughout the day. The first one is buenos días. Buenos días is good morning. You're going to want to use buenos días from the time you get up in the morning until noon. That's buenos días. Now from noon until about 7 or right before 8, you're going to want to use buenas tardes. Buenas tardes means good afternoon. And then from 8 p.m. all the way until you go to bed at night, you say buenas noches. Buenas noches, you can use it as a greeting or as a goodbye. Now, I have 3 very important phrases that you're going to hear a lot here. The first one is por favor. Por favor means please. So you're going to want to use por favor anytime you're asking for help or anytime you are ordering something. Por favor. The next one is gracias. You're also going to notice that we say gracias a lot. That means thank you. And we also have de nada. So when someone says thank you, when someone says gracias to you, you're going to want to say de nada. That means you're welcome. Now the next 2 phrases I have sometimes are a little bit confusing. The first one is lo siento. Lo siento means I'm sorry. So you use lo siento when you do something wrong maybe and you want to apologize. Maybe you bumped into someone. You say, oh, lo siento, I'm sorry. Also, when you hear something sad, a person is telling you about the day they had and it was like a bad day, you say, lo siento, I'm sorry. Next one is disculpe. Now, disculpe or disculpa for the informal you is a phrase that you're going to want to use right before you ask for something. So if you want to know the time, for example, you approach someone and you say, disculpe, ¿qué hora es? Or disculpa, ¿qué hora es? The next one I have is ¿cómo? ¿Cómo? And you're going to want to use that when you are not sure of what you heard. So this is going to make the person repeat the phrase. So it means basically, what was that? ¿Cómo? Also, you can say, ¿lo puede repetir? Can you repeat that? Lo puedes repetir if you want to use it with the informal you. Now, when you just don't understand something, you are going to want to say, no entiendo. No entiendo. But if someone is saying something to you and you understand it, you're going to want to say, entiendo. Entiendo. I understand. Another phrase that you can use when you are not sure about something, about the meaning of something especially, is ¿qué significa eso? ¿Qué significa eso? Maybe there's a word somewhere that you just have never heard and you don't know the meaning of it. You're going to want to use that question. ¿Qué significa eso? So the next ones I have are for when you are going shopping. The first one is ¿cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta is used when you are pointing at one thing and you are asking how much is this or how much is that? ¿Cuánto cuesta? Then another phrase is ¿cuánto es? When you go shopping and you bought more than one thing and then you go to pay, ¿cuánto es? That means what's the total? Now, when you go to a store or to the market, to the tianguis, and you see something that you don't know what that is, you can ask, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? What is that? The following ones are about reservations. So the first one I have is, tengo una reservación. I have a reservation. You can use this one when you are checking in at your hotel or when you have a reservation at a restaurant. Tengo una reservación. Now, if you don't have a reservation but you would like to make one, you say, me gustaría hacer una reservación. Me gustaría hacer una reservación. Now, if you just want to ask if they have rooms available at a hotel, you would ask, ¿tiene cuartos disponibles? With the formal you, or ¿tienes cuartos disponibles? With the informal you. And that means, do you have rooms available? Now, I have some phrases that you can use at a restaurant. And the first one is something that we use all the time is, ¿tiene opciones vegetarianas? ¿Tiene opciones vegetarianas? Remember, if you want to use it with someone who looks your age or younger, you would ask, ¿tienes opciones vegetarianas? That means, do you have any vegetarian options? Moving on, we have, ¿aceptan tarjetas? ¿Aceptan tarjetas? Do you take cards? Here, it doesn't matter what kind of card. It can be a credit card, a debit card. They would tell you, yes, we do take debit cards, or yes, we only take credit cards. Another one that you can use at a restaurant is la cuenta. La cuenta, por favor. And that means the check, please. Now, some other random questions or phrases that you're going to hear or that you're going to want to know are, ¿hay baño? ¿Hay baño? Is there a restroom here? ¿Hay baño? Necesito, followed by anything you need. For example, necesito agua. I need water. Necesito un doctor. I need a doctor. Or necesito dormir. I need to sleep. ¿Me puede tomar una foto? Or ¿me puedes tomar una foto if you are asking someone who is your age or maybe younger? This means, can you take my picture? Remember to say por favor every time. Another useful phrase is un momento, por favor. Un momento, por favor. That means, give me a moment, please. Maybe you need to take your money out of your purse or something. Un momento, por favor. And the last one I have for you, very important, is ayuda. Ayuda, just in case you get in some kind of trouble and you need help, you can always just say, ayuda, por favor. Now, all these phrases, I'm going to have them for you at SpanishAndGo.com, where you can save them and have them ready for your trip. I'm going to leave a link in the description here. These are the most common phrases that you are going to need when you're visiting a Spanish-speaking place. So make sure you put this video on repeat so you can listen and practice the pronunciation of these words. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, el camino es el destino. The journey is the destination. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel and Spanish tips. Hasta luego!